Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the summary for the day of 782 for the 15th of April, and actually also the Frontline Changes Report. The Frontline Changes Report will be separated into two videos, Frontline Changes and SITREP for the main channel. So for those that want to watch the whole full SITREP, including the situation report, the strategic tactical reporting, go over to DPA War channel. If not, then it will be a delayed telecast on the main channel. But Frontline Changes Report first. The first thing first is Ivanivske. There is this very weird geolocation of Ukrainian forces within Ivanivske again, over on this western part of the village, and this means that the entire Russian claim that they have taken all these forests is now in question, because if the Ukrainians can go into the village again, which means that there is actually no clear Russian presence in these areas. So in this which means that the possibility of Russian presence in this area might only be just a few squads, or some platoons are trying to see how far they can go, and then after that they actually withdrew to previous positions, which is why we have this invalidation of Russian claims. So this geolocation is basically made the battle return to Ivanivske again. Which we actually do see with the reports coming from the Ukrainian Defense Ministry. The latest report talk about fighting at Ivanivske. So this is instead of talking about Chasivia. So this is the Ivanivske region. We move into the Avdiivka front. So Avdiivka front, there is a few frontline change, mainly over the Novobakhmutivka region and the Semenivka region. At the Novobakhmutivka region, as you may have watched yesterday's Frontline Changes Report, which was this was the yesterday's Frontline Changes Report, and in just a span of 24 hours, Russians have improved their positions and moved towards Ocheretine and Novobakhmutivka. This is exactly what I have mentioned, that the Russian forces is going to head towards Ocheretine and in this direction, as well as Novobakhmutivka. So this turned out to be true, but just in the span of 24 hours, Russian forces have actually progressed very far. We're talking about like over 1 kilometers towards Ocheretine, and towards Novobakhmutivka, we're talking about a distance of 1 kilometers, which means that the entire Ukrainian lines around here has actually collapsed. Is gone. The Ukrainians have actually do a mass withdrawal or tactical withdrawal towards Ocheretine and Novobakhmutivka to make their new stand, new defensive position. So the Russian forces are now pushing through at great speed in this area here. Of course, 1 kilometer, I mean, even we will walk more than 1 kilometers a day. But in a place where there's full of mines and snipers and machine gun fires, drone attacks, 1 kilometer is massive changes in terms of this area here. So the next frontline change is over at Avdiivka, just south of this. Ukrainian mapping have gave up. So Deep State UA has said that the Russian forces have taken this area here. So other than the invalidation of some of these areas just south of Avdiivka, this entire area here, this is actually not even acknowledged by the Russian side, is now considered captured under Ukrainian mapping. So we have acknowledged this change, and now the Russians have basically taken everything east of this river region at Semenivka. So this is massive changes. So the next frontline change is over at Krasnohorivka. Over at the Donetsk front. So this is Donetsk city, and this is Krasnohorivka. Just now we were at here, just north of this position. At the Battle of Krasnohorivka, we have new updates. So yesterday we talked about the Russian forces expanding into these two directions. In the latest, we have a geolocation of Russian forces over at the railway station, and this geolocation means that the Russian forces have actually penetrated through towards the center region, and this is actually as far as the previous the round one of the Battle of Krasnohorivka was. This was as far as the Russians managed to go the previous time, but in that time the Russians attacked from the south. This time around the Russians attacking from the east, and so the front line is now look like this, with a finger moving in that direction. So it must be very ticklish for the Ukrainians. The next frontline change is south of this position, near to Solodke. So over here, there is the geolocation of Russian forces being attacked in this area here by FPV drone. This signals that the Russian presence in the area here. So there is this frontline change in this area to signify, to reflect this position of the Russian forces. Solodke is east of this position. So, and the next final frontline change is over at Staromaiorske. So Staromaiorske is a Velika Novobakhmutivka sector of the Donetsk front, the most western part of the Donetsk front. And there is frontline change. Based on the Ukrainian mapping, they have gave up this position again. So this pair of shoe here previously was claimed by the Ukrainian side to be taken in a counter attack, and I did still put it as a gray zone because it was a one-sided claim, and this time round they gave up this area again. So I'm not sure if it's due to faulty intel that they thought that they have captured their position. Actually, they didn't. That it always has been under Russian control after the Russians capture it, or it could be due to their inability to hold that forward position due to Russian pressure, and then they have to withdraw back into Staromaiorske. That is also a possibility. My own opinion is that it is too difficult to hold this position because this is way too far away. They can't really withdraw to Staromaiorske because it's a bit too far and it's full of open area here. So if they withdraw, it's going to be northward, through the western part of Staromaiorske. Either way, the Russian forces have taken this position back, and basically corroborates Russian claims. Basically, if you can see, the Russian claims is basically exactly the same area. So which is why I also alluded to the possibility that the Ukrainian claim on the recapture of that tree line might actually be faulty. So that's all for the Frontline Changes Report. For those watching on the main channel, just purely on the Frontline Changes Report, thank you for watching. Do press the like button, subscribe, and for those that want to continue to watch the strategy and tactical reporting, you can jump straight over to DPA War channel, or you can wait for the SIP alone to be published on the main channel. So we continue to the strategy and tactical reporting. First thing first is over in the southern front.